Hello everyone, how's it going? I am Louis, the average guy in 1983, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to install these shocks into the Roadrunner V3. So let's go ahead and roll the intro so I can show you guys how to do this. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so before we get started, I did want to let you know that on this shock, I did have to pre-drill a 3/8" hole into the U-shaped bracket thingy here, because otherwise it will not fit the original hardware that's currently on the Roadrunner V3. So you're going to have to do this yourself if you want to get these shocks. I don't see any other shocks that already have the holes pre-drilled to the size that are needed for this particular model. So these are 280 millimeter versus the ones that I have on the Roadrunner Pro, which are 340 millimeter. So just keep that in mind. It's going to basically be the same height, but it's just going to be a much better suspension feel. Other tools you're going to need are a 17 millimeter wrench and an 8 millimeter hex key. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to demonstrate the shock change by removing this one here on camera, and off camera I'm going to take care of the back one. So it's not you know, something that's difficult to do. It only requires these two tools. So we're going to get the 17 millimeter wrench, put it right here, and the 8 millimeter hex key, put it down here, and start pulling. There you go. We're starting to get it loose. And we're going to be really careful with the hardware. The main reason why is because it does have some standoffs on the inside that we're going to have to reattach. So here's the nut. Set that to the side. Take off the screw and be real careful with the standoffs. So you guys can see, look, there is two standoffs. One goes on the outside, one goes on the inside. They are metal, but they're painted black, and then you have your screw. This side is now loose. All right, next part is the top, same deal. Okay, should be able to take it off with this. There we go. The other nut. This one seems to only have one, and it does seem to have some oil on it, so that's good. It's well lubricated, I guess. That wasn't the case on my Roadrunner Pro. Here we go. All right, so yeah, this one also has a little standoff. Alrighty, my friends, so now we're going to be installing the upgraded shock, and we're going to reinstall the little standoff in the same position that it was originally. Okay, so we put the screw back in by tightening it down again. Looks like you have to kind of thread it back in. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and install the other nut that goes on the opposite side and start tightening it up. There we go. That's good right there. And now the other thing we're going to do is just install this here. But before we install it right here, we need to remove the other side from the bottom. Alrighty, my friends, I loosened up the other side. You can kind of see it right here. And now what we're going to do is just install this one. Again, install the hardware exactly the same way that you've seen it. So for example, the small little standoff goes on the inner part of the wheel, and the bigger one goes on the outside. So let's go ahead and start installing this at the bottom. So what we're going to want to do is put the bigger standoff on the outside, smaller standoff on the inside, and that should be good. So let's go ahead and start doing that now, and then I'll do the other side off camera, and then we'll conclude the video. Also, watch out for this brake line too. Try not to get this brake line caught up in this. Okay, there we go. And now the last thing to put on is the nut on the edge. Grab the 8 millimeter hex key, put this on, 17 millimeter wrench, and start tightening it up. There we go. Bam, that's done. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much it. Let me go ahead and do the other side, and we'll go ahead and conclude the video. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be concluding the aftermarket shocks installation tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed it and you guys were able to get like, kind of a good view of how to get this done. Now keep in mind that there is a negative to this. You can't take the battery off because the springs are so much bigger than the stock shocks. So when you try to pull the battery out, it won't let you. So in order to get your battery off, if you take it off to be swapping out batteries, if you go to group price and stuff, you're going to most likely have to remove your shocks from the bottom so that you can lift them up and then pull the battery out. However, if you don't do that, then this might be for you. So just keep that in mind. Though these are 280 millimeter shocks, you can see that the Roadrunner V3 looks really good. It looks straight. And if I climb over it, check it out. See that? It's basically nice and steady. You can hear air in the back of the shock going so it feels really nice overall altogether. So this is pretty cool. I think that this is going to be an enjoyable ride for my son specifically. I am modifying this Roadrunner V3 specifically for his needs, not mine. So this is pretty much going to be the tutorial for this. So with that said, guys, if you want to purchase this stuff, make sure to click on the link where I'll be sharing the shocks as well as the tools that I used, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. So I will see you guys on the next video of the Roadrunner V3 mods. Peace for now.